morning. You're watching FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. We're at Surfaces 2024, and we're actually here before the show's opening here on the first day. We're in the beautiful Mannington space, and I'm with Jimmy Tuley and Terry Marchetta. Jimmy, I need to talk about what you're doing now. There's been some big changes at Mannington, and everybody's stepped up a notch, and you've taken the presidency of the residential business, right?
Yeah, I have, and it's what an honor. It's a really exciting time for us, so yeah.
Congratulations on that. Just your background real quick. You've been here for what, 13, 14 years?
Yeah, actually 12 this year, so I've been here, I feel like a veteran now, and had a chance to work in a lot of different areas of the company, so in manufacturing, in product, in sales, my most recent gig, and now over our residential business, so it's very, very exciting.
Actually, I wanted to point out that you started at Mannington and you were a plant manager, right?
Yeah, that's right. I grew up in manufacturing. I've said for years it's a great place to be from. Not always a great place to be, but learned just a ton at Mannington, and then have a chance to come with such a great company, Mannington, such a great family, and have a chance to just learn a lot and grow a lot. So it's good.
All right, we're going to talk about the business just a little bit and then go on to what's going on the product on the hard surface side. So tell us a little bit about business conditions.
Well, I mean, I think for all of us it's pretty tough out there, but we see lights of hope. And I think if you look at, interest rates are kind of peaked and starting to come down. It feels like inflation has definitely been moderated a little bit, and so we're optimistic about middle to second half of the year.
Okay. And so I'm sure Terry and the team has been working hard here, and you've got quite a lot to talk about on the hard surface side, right?
Yeah, we do. And, one of the big things for us, we were kind of affected in a pretty outsized way this last year with the whole Uyghur situation. But we've reestablished our supply chains. We found great new partners, really diversified our supply chain to make sure that it's robust, and are bringing some significant, meaningful innovation to the show this year. I think it's, while a little bit smaller than maybe would have done in the past, every single product on the floor has a fantastic story, and Terry's going to be walking you guys through that in just a minute. But the crafted edge, the tumbled edge, all the new innovation that's coming in the products are really exciting.
So let's talk about that for a second. David Sheehan has kind of become the poster boy on telling everybody what's going on, because he's really on top of it as far as this UFLPA.
Right.
So, I mean, it's 2 years ago they passed the law, but last year, starting about this time, they started locking containers down from companies that were sourcing from some really credible suppliers. And it's forced you guys to go out and find suppliers in other areas, right?
Yeah, it sure has. I think it's forced us to diversify. I think the other realistic truth that we're all living with right now is if you look at the last several years, these long supply chains have a lot of risk in them, whether that was with COVID or with the Uyghur situation. So having a diverse and strong supply chain is going to be super important for us, and we're going to be pressing to make sure that it's world-class at every level, and I think we've done that. David has done a fantastic job, again, of finding the right partners that can bring us the right innovation and the right products and do it reliably, and we're excited and think we're right in the right place.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jimmy, appreciate you telling us what's going on with the business. I'm excited to learn what's going on. I mean, Mannington is in every category. Looks like you've gotten back in the tile business here.
Well, yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And we have the new tumbled edge on our new tile is literally stunning. And if you guys get a chance to come by and see us over the next couple of days, I think you'll just be shocked. The number of times I've had people already say to me, so what this, you guys are, and no, it's LVT. It's our WPC and SPC products and their Duracelling system, and it really is phenomenal. And again, credit to Terry, to David Sheehan and the whole team. We talk a lot about meaningful innovation, and to us, what that means is that innovation that Mrs. Consumer can see and value. It's not in cores and it's not in other properties. It really is about beautiful products that really shine in the home.
All right. Terry, come on over here now. How many years you been at Mannington?
Oh, dear, 25 years?
25 years. And how many years you been leading the residential styling business?
I don't know. So I started, as a senior stylist, moved up to manager, director, and then vice president. So
Joe retired, what, 4 or 5 years ago?
4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
So, about 4 years, right? And then they gave me responsibility of carpet, so I'm very diversified now.
Well, and let me say, that's your background. I mean, you started right out of school on the textile side, so you're back kind of doing both hard surface.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar, but, it is challenging because it is very different. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go on with hard surface. Tell us more about what's new.
Yeah, so this year as we roll into 24, we're beginning to see the traditional boundaries between decorating styles begin to blend. And as a result, the consumers are taking on this more personal approach when they're decorating their home. So whether they're leaning towards these warm tones that are inspired by nature, or they want something a little bit more traditional with these darker stains that kind of highlight these vintage-inspired interiors that we're hearing so much about, we have quite a few patterns this season that really kind of really accent these trends, but with an added bonus, right? We're as Jimmy had mentioned, we're talking about meaningful innovation, where we're bringing the realism to the forefront, and we're really accentuating the visuals through technology and techniques. For instance, we have a brand new pattern that we're launching into our restoration collection called Bespoke. And this features our true detail technology, which it's all about digital print. Consumers love digital print because it gives you variety, variation with limited repeated elements. So Bespoke is this wonderful kind of wire brush European white oak visual that is enhanced by the large repeat, right? It's probably one of the largest repeats that is probably here today, and it allows us to really feature the incredible detail and characteristics that's indicative to white oak, like the spalting, the color variation. When it all comes together, it looks indistinguishable from real wood. Speaking of wood, we're highlighting, our efforts are to highlight the color and the inherent characteristics of wood. So we have a new pattern called Monogram, which is absolutely beautiful. Again, we're playing upon these trendy materials, European white oak. This features fuming effects, and it's great because it reacts with the tannins in the wood and the sugars, and it gives these beautiful underglows that really enhance the visual. This comes in an 87-inch long by 8.5-inch wide plank,
Really?
and it makes for a very impressive installation.
Okay, so you've got Odura, you've got tile in LVT, you've got plank in LVT, you've got engineered hardwood. Any categories we've missed?
Well, let's talk about Odura.
Okay.
Right? So last year, we introduced our new crafted edge technology, and we got such a great response to that. We thought we'd take it a step further, and we developed a brand new tile pattern that we're calling Fresco. That's something really different we're really excited about. It's a 12 by 24 distinctive limestone pattern that combines a kind of raw finish with a beautiful underglow, right? So it features our new nature form glaze technology, as Jimmy has talked about. And what this basically is a multi-level embossing that not only you can see, you can feel, and it reflects light, so it gives it more of a sheen to the surface that makes it almost you can mistake it as porcelain tile.
Right.
In addition, we come up with a new technology that we're only putting onto our tiles. It's called tumbled edge technology, and it's a hand chiseled edge that we combine with a painted bevel. So when you install this product, it looks hand set, and it looks like it has a sanded grout. So we have a lot of different techniques and technologies that we're applying to our products that are really bringing out the realism, and we're very excited about.
It's impressive. Yeah,
Yes.
it sure is.
Right.
Okay, does that cover the new things this year?
Yeah, that's
Okay, on hard
everything.
surface?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a lot, but
Yeah.
I think my
impressive.
team did a wonderful job this season.
Sounds like the show's opening here. You can hear the noise coming in behind us.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, it's good to be with you again. Been talking to Jimmy Tuley and Terry Marchetta here at the Mannington space, and you've been watching Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.